and my get request will take self, will take a request, args, and keyword argument, and then the data that we want to uh, the data that we want to send out according to, let's go back to this guy, is what again? Let's see. Our name, is this it? No, no, no. Our gender. So our gender, um, gender, email. Okay. I don't know what I did there. And then we have what else? GitHub URL. I don't know. I feel like this is not it. Am I wrong somewhere? Okay, there's a link to our GitHub. Okay. So GitHub underscore URL. So we have github.com slash Mbakara, and then a comma. What's next? Our name. So name. Goodness. Mbakara. So now here in the URL we are just going to add our path, and in this path we are just going to receive, or let's call this about. Yeah, we say it about, and the views is about dot as view. Dot as view uses dot as view when it is a class-based view, it is a function-based view, you don't need to call it. Okay, and we can decide to give it a name. Name equals to about, and we should be good. Now let's try to run our program and see what it does. So here I'm going to do python manage.py run server. Our server runs. We go here slash about. Oh, did not, it returned none instead. Okay, so we have an error. We have to return. So we can do something like return HTTP response and data. Let's see. Control R. Okay, it's not what I want. So I think I will import JSON response instead. Let's see that works. So here, let's have a JSON. Alright, so JSON response works. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't know if my method works for you guys, but I experiment about that. I'm not someone like maybe knows the code too well on my head and stuff. So I have to figure things out.
Just one.
So this is the JSON response, raw data, the way it looks. And I try to make a response that is similar to this one: gender, GitHub URL, and name. If that works, so pretty good. This is what it looks like. So that's just like the beginning of it. Does anyone have questions?
Hi, I have a question, business.
Yeah, sure.
I was slightly disconnected from my network, so I did not see how you arrived at JSON. So is it possible for you to just show how you arrived at that?
Okay. So now JSON response is an object from the Django.http package. So yeah, they have different methods to implement everything you want to implement. The same with the views also. So the view has some special pre-written function already for you. So when you abstract or when you inherit the view, you can now write get methods, put methods. Someone wants to speak. Yeah, you can unmute and speak.
Okay. Okay. I wanted you to use flags. I don't know whether I can also inform you using flags instead of Django.
Oh, I've not actually written
This
Flask
session
before.
was for Django. You are not in the group when we said we are having a Django session.
Yeah, I cannot, I
But
am not
we
written
said we are
Flask.
going for a Django session, not Flask.
Okay, this
Yeah,
one is for Django. Okay, okay.
yeah. This one is for Django. We'll have last class soon.
Is it?
Okay, then. So this JSON response is already pre-built. All you need to do is import it, and then I have defined my data here. Like Mr. Samuel said, we should hard code it. So I've hard coded my data here, and then I am returning that data. I pass that data to JSON response, and the this function that is already written by, or method rather, is already written by Django. We will now do all the magic that needs to be done to render it as a JSON token, as a JSON object on over HTTP. I don't know if that answers your question.
There are endpoint is the URL in the URL patterns.
Yes. So what happens is when you do Python manage.py run server, okay, your the Python environment will actually look for these URL patterns, and it is defined somewhere in the settings for it to look for it. So when it looks for first, these URLs of py file must exist. So of course, when you understand how everything works, you can have your own workaround with it. You can decide to delete it or play around, whatever. What Django does for you is like it gives you a way of working with like the
Sorry.
industry best practices. Like it comes with batteries included. Like this is how your file structures should be arranged and stuff like that. If you get me. So yes, it will look for these URL patterns, and from these URL patterns, it says, okay, here we are going to about, okay, so slash about, it will execute this function, this class that we have written. So we wrote the class, because it is a class, we now say dot as view. So you should see this class as a view. So it does that magic and looks for this name in the view. So we found about here, right? What does about say? About inherits the view function that is already pre-written by Django. And then we define our custom get method. So we are saying when a get method is sent to this view or this endpoint, okay, which we call this view, when the get method is called, return this data as a JSON response. So what is the data? The data is from gender, male, GitHub URL, which is this. So this is basically like a dictionary, right? So we have this, the key value pairs, the gender has the value with the male, comma, GitHub URL has the value this, comma, name has the value this. I don't know if that's explanatory enough.
Yes, that's a good explanation. Then we said we are, so in this part we are not using the Django response, we're just using the normal Django.
Yeah, sure. We can as well use Django as framework for this, but at this point, it doesn't really need it.
What I say?
So we can also use Django REST framework for this, but at this point, it doesn't really need it. It doesn't really need Django REST framework.
Oh, so the step, if I can go back to the script, we create the Django project, then after that we create the app, we start the app, yeah? We do our app was at Ninja. We create an
Yeah,
app.
yeah, you're absolutely right. But in our case, remember, we did not create an app. We just worked on the project. Like we worked directly on the project itself.
Oh, so we only worked in the urls.py and then we create our
Yes,
view urls.py also.
yes, exactly.
Okay, okay.
All right. I think someone else wanted to ask a question.
Yeah, I think Shama did, but I wanted to say like if I could go back to the technological section, trying to catch up with some of the most common use cases of
All right. So back up. So the first thing we did was create a new directory, and then we entered that directory, open VS Code on that directory. Then we started a new virtual environment, and then we confirmed the virtual environment actually exists. Then we activated the virtual environment, and the virtual environment will show on the left after it is activated. Okay, so that's like the confirmation is activated. Then we install Django inside the virtual environment. And the next thing we do is we start a new project with the command Django admin start project. Then the name of the project backend ninja event and a period which tells which
this
tell
is something
our
that's open in VS Code, right?
not in this line.
Okay,
Okay,
what's a bit confusing for me is you're inside the directory, right? Back end
yeah.
ninja events, and then you're doing back start project back end ninja events. Then something that's a bit confusing for me.
All right. So now we are inside a directory. Okay. Now view it as just a directory. Don't put a name to it. When you say start project and you give a name of the project, naturally Django will create a new directory for you. Okay. And after Django creates a new directory for you, to create another directory that contains the. This is just some random name, a variable actually. It has nothing to do with this our name here. Okay. In fact, since it is a variable, you cannot use special characters like a dash. So we had to even change it to underscore. Remember, variables underscores only are allowed. If you remember. Yeah. So back to our point. These two names do not relate. They are both variables. So now I am saying that inside this directory now, let's go back there. You can see that we are in the directory backend in Ninja, right? When we started our project, we have a new this thing now called backend Ninja event as well. But if we did not put that dot, there would have been another backend Ninja event directory that now contained these other three files. I don't know if you get me. Okay, so let me just start another project. Let me show you what I mean. So cd into desktop. I'm just going to do make directory fun. I'll cd into fun. So
As they are creating, I can explain to him. I can
okay,
explain to him while he's putting the dot. We are putting the dot at the end because by default Django, when we create a directory with Django, we start a project with Django, without putting a dot, it creates two directories of the same name. So in order to avoid that confusion of creating two directories of the same name, like one is always over the other, to avoid that confusion, you just put a dot at the end so that it will give you only one directory. But if you don't put a dot at the end, you get two directories of the same name, and sometimes it can make you confuse which one is your root directory. So we are putting the dot at the end so that Django will not create two directories of the same name by default. It's like it usually creates two directories and then like one is the host of the other. Are you understanding?
Yes, I am. Thank you. That was clear. I was a bit confused seeing the dots, but yeah, that's very helpful. Thank you.
oh you mean you understand everything now?
Yes, makes sense to me.
So I'm glad it does make sense to you, but this is what I mean. So fun has another one without the dot. We didn't use the dot here. So now we have repository of course. While here, if you may, you see we just have one. The other one is not there. So okay. So our next concern now is pushing to GitHub. So first, I'm going to just create a GitHub repository from here, and I think this how this works. Commit, go publish branch, public repository, uploading files, and we are there. Okay. Yeah, please go on. Go on. Who wants to speak? Do you want to speak? You are free. You have the mic. Go on to speak. So the next thing we are going to do is going to set up for render. So this is render. If you don't have an account already, you can go on and create a new account. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the doc step by step, and I'm opening the documentation. So I'm going to click for Django. I just click Django, and I don't know, this looks blacker than I like. Somehow I don't like it black. This black. I don't know. Is dark with that one? This is off. The head. No, I don't want it dark. Okay. Okay. Thank goodness. I don't like that dark mode. Okay. Sorry guys. Let's go. So this guide, you can come and read it. So the first thing, install poetry, which is like also virtual environment. We already have a virtual environment, so we don't need that. So this is your virtual environment. First you install Django, you start the project, and you run your server, it's running, create something, and these are things you are creating. So they are saying first we need to, now we didn't create any application, so this does not apply to us. We wrote our first view, of course, and now what else do we need to do? This is the part that we want to update our app for render. So let's go. The first thing, open my site to settings. So let's go to the settings part. This is settings. They say on the top import OS. So let's do just that. Import OS. Basically, I'm following the documentation, so you can always come back. This is it. Find the declaration of the secret key settings. You do not want to store production key in source code, so we'll fetch it from the environment variable we are going to create later. I wanted to be sure of something. Secret key os.environ.get. So we are going to just copy this. Control C. And find this is the secret key here. So we are going to just replace here with that. Then debug. So we are going to now also replace this debug with that also. When debug equals to false, Django will not work without this. So after allowed host, we have to copy this. This is allowed host. Just below it, we are going to paste this stuff. Remember, there is now we have an issue with indentation, so just put this to the next line, put this to the next line, and we are good. Alright. Then we are going to say configure Django for PostgreSQL. We are not using PostgreSQL, so we are fine. There is static files. We are not using static files, so we are fine. But we may actually have an issue, I'm not sure. So let's just add it anyway. So pip install. Sorry, pip install white mouse. Again, this is in the documentation, so So successfully installed, and then we are going to copy this middleware still in the settings file. So we look for middleware after, sorry, I'm sneezing, after common middleware. So we are going to put this in the white noise. That's basically for serving static files, so you don't need to bother too much about it. I don't think we need it for this project, but I'm just adding it there so we don't have any issues at all. I think we rendered it. It's kind of good here, so
Let's see.
yeah, thank you. Pardon the sneezing. So I'm going to replace this part as well. Oh, that wasn't copied. Oh, okay, let's try it. Select, Control C, Control V. Alright, we are perfect. So that is copied. Create a build script. So we are basically going to create this new file at the root of a repository. So this is the root of our repository here. Click here and we are going to call this build.sh, and we are going to just copy. I know I'm fast actually, so if you have questions you can stop me. So here we are going to change this into pip install because we are not using poetry, we are using pip. So pip install. Install is already there. So we are going to do -r requirements.txt. Alright, so collect static, migrate. All of these are not necessary. I mean, this is not necessary. But we can leave it there. Control Z rather. Why?
7 and 8. Is this also Python or Python 3?
No, either it's fine. It is fine because remember we used Python 3.11 to start this our environment. So anything Python is Python 3.11 actually on our environment. Do you get? Even pip also is using pip 3.11. Python understand that. Then this -0 it is just saying that on error you should exit, like the program should exit, everything should stop when it comes to an error. So now we want to make this our file executable because this is like our build script. This is the entry to our program. We'll just come here and we make it executable. Now the next thing is we are going to install Unicorn. Unicorn is basically is the engine that we are going to use. Now we used our local server Python manager to run server to actually run our server. But on the live server we don't have, because it's a free version, we don't have access to the terminal like this way we can be typing. So we want to like set a variable that will start for us using the Unicorn. Basically Unicorn is just like an engine that will help us to manage our files, our serving of our requests as they come in and stuff like that. I don't think I did that too well. You can ask questions as well. So now it's time to deploy to render. So first, before we talk about deploying, we have to like push to GitHub. So I'm going to delete our database. I mean, we don't need database actually. And the major reason why I deleted it was because of you shouldn't push your database to GitHub. Normally I would add it to .git. Okay, let's add main. So let's have .git ignore to add .main and db.sqwrite3. Alright, so we are done now and ready for production. So our next struggle happens on 16%. Our next our next struggle happens on online. So we don't even need the laptop again because we are fine at this point. We have finished the task, the one part of the task. The next part is now going to render. So I'm going to open this in a new uh, to a new window so that we can be able to alternate with this. We can be able to look at the documentation and also look at this. Like I'm using my tab and alt keys to alternate between the two of them. So you see me switching really fast. So you click on new after you signed in, you've created the account. Please, if you have any questions, you can stop me.
Yeah, come on.
So you click on new and we are creating a web service. Okay, so click on web service. Want to view that deployed from a Git repository is already chosen. So the next thing we do is to ask us to connect a repository, which we connect this one now. Alright. So what should be our service name? So we can just call this um backend ninja. Okay, I will just call it that. So the region doesn't really matter. So it's asking the region where your web service runs. Alright. So master, we want to be at the master branch. Of course, there's only one branch now. The root directory, we are going to allow it to be the root directory. And then the runtime for your web service is Python 3, of course. And the build command, remember we made a build command, so we are going to call it /build.sh. So remember that's why we made it executable, so it will execute this build command. Then here we'll have unicorn, what's our application name? Oh, I closed it. Unicorn. Let's check it up all here. Backend Ninja event. We want to backend Ninja event.wsgi. Okay, I think this is fine. We want the free plan. Haha, no money. I don't know. Am I still there? Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can hear you. So the application there that we are writing is the name of our project or what?
Yeah, the name of our project. Yes. Remember, this was the name of our project. You remember, right? Oh. Okay. Well, 1 year, we have 15 minutes. Okay, that's fine. So yes, here now you check. You can check my GitHub. This is my GitHub. Goodness, Mbakara, to just confirm some things. GitHub. I hope we can finish this in 20 minutes, sure. Maybe in 15 rather. We have 15 minutes. So I just want to check something. Now in our repositories, should have just opened this in my PC instead, locally. So here, when you open our project name, you see WHGI. Okay. Oh, damn! There's something we forgot to do. You're supposed to do quick freeze requirement.txt. Yes. This is something that I am sorry. Wait, the first was the other guy that spoke that was asking why we needed to use the virtual environment. Now, if you use your system without unlocking your or putting up activating a virtual environment, you see about 10 different maybe package or libraries here. Okay, but now we see we just have like maybe 7 or thereabout. So I want to make sure that we can that our system online can get access to this. So let's try to push this to be done. So I'll just try git add git commit dash wait. I'm just trying to rush it. Git push. Ah, damn. Okay. Good. I'm resorting to using git to push it. So I wanted to say VS Code actually. So I'm resorting to using VS Code to push it. There are no changes to commit. Do we have requirement.txt here? Okay. Alright, we do have requirement.txt. So now what I wanted to show you is this. We have a WGI file here that defines how our app gets started. So import OS from Django.core, sets the settings. So Unicorn will point to this. This will open our settings file. Our settings file will open our URLs file. Things like that, they are all interconnected with Django. Alright. So now environment variables, let's see what the documentation has to say, right? Documentation is over here. So now secret key, yep, we need to add this to our to our environment online. So secret key, we click on generate, we add a new. So they say click a generate to get a secure random value. So we just following the instructions. Make up currency 4, and then we are going to type this one Python underscore version, and that's 3 point. Alright, so let's see. We are done, I guess. So create a web service, and let's now. It is going to start. First, it's going to clone our repository. So cloning from GitHub. Now it can clone our repository because we have given it access to our repository. Python version must provide a major minor part version 3.11. Oh, okay. Let's see. So environment 3.11. Let's see if that works. Save changes. Let's go back to logs and see. Events. Where started. Alright. So it's cloning again, starting from the beginning. So basically it was telling us that we did not like the way we showed Python version, just 3.11. So we should do something like 3.11.0 or stuff like that. So now it may actually be slow to build because of course we're using a free version. So they are telling us, hey, you have a lot of limitations on top of that. I think we are almost done. So now our build command, remember our build command says install requirement.txt. So all our requirement.txt is getting installed, and what we did here now, look at requirement.txt, you will see Gotli, remember Gotli is like what we're using for static files. We have the Django integration, Unicorn, packaging, SQL pass, white noise. Alright, so we use the freeze command. These are like the requirements, the packages or the libraries you need to run our program successfully. So we put it down there and we are telling it in our build.sh. We say that first install our build.sh, like install all our requirements here. And when you are done installing it, then you should collect static, although this is not really significant in this case because we are not really dealing with static files yet. Then we are saying migrate, and this also is not significant because we do not make use of any models at all. Alright, to build successful and our app is live. So we go to this app now and we go to slash about. If we should be able to see this. Yeah, slash about will give us this, of course. So there are a lot of other things we can play about, we can play around in our app. For example, we can decide to take out this about and make sure that okay, when someone just comes to the home page, it displays this thing. But so far, oh, we've done amazing. We now 1% still left. So questions are welcomed at this point and anything else. Oh, okay. I think the other part that is left is actually I don't know. I think I'm getting messages, but I'm not really on my WhatsApp now. Oh, we have 8 minutes. 8 minutes to go. Okay. So having 8 minutes, I think we can try submitting the project.
Yes, sir.
So who has the backend ninja the file? Okay, I think it's here. Yeah, it's here. So it says, what the task says? It said make a minimal with the framework of your choice that returns a JSON object. It should look something like this. So okay, so we have something that looks something like that. Now, what's the next thing? Make a post request here. Okay, so I'm going to copy this link. Open your Postman. If you not downloaded Postman already, then you should download your post. And I think mine is just loading to start up. Okay, and we'll be fine. So let me, yeah, it's up already. So basically, first I tried to trick the program. I opened up the stuff because I didn't feel like doing the task. So I opened this stuff and tried to make a post request. I saw you actually need to like drop the what's it called now? Like the GitHub repository and stuff like that. So I'm saying, oh yeah, because was application JSON. So the problem here now is that we have not supplied it with a body. So let's look at the body that it needs. The body first, the first body as a JSON, you need to start with braces. So a brace, and then this. The first thing is the name, right? So you give it a name. What's our name? Goodness, Mbakara. Comma. Then what's next that we are going to give it endpoint URL. So endpoint underscore URL. And what was our endpoint again? You just come here and copy it. Oh, I have 20 minutes. I think we can work with that. So remember about, okay, and then what else do we have? We have GitHub URL. So comma, and then GitHub underscore URL, which we come here and I think I closed the GitHub URL. Okay, let's open GitHub again. Let's go to history. GitHub. Open up boss, and there's that copy. And we are here. Control V. So let's send another request. Data created successfully. So I guess we have done the task, but there are other steps. So if successful, check here. So we are going to come here to check. We just click on there, and okay, we have some ogboyesam here, and this is the endpoint here. GitHub URL. This is a project file updated time, and the different other people here that have done this. So that was beautiful. Sorry, we don't have more time. Both my battery and what's it called now? The government. Yeah, government is telling us we don't have time. But if there is questions or anything at all, sure, that is welcome. On another government, maybe at night. I think I'll put on the generator by 7 or something. Is there any other question? We have 3 minutes.
No, thank you for your time.
All right, no problem. What is something?
Thank you. The deployment process was a bit challenging for me, but I'll try my best. In case of anything, I will ask you the questions via WhatsApp. That's okay.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. My game is open. And on the group as well, so other people can as well see and like learn or something. Okay, then this is the end of it for today. Have a blessed time.